Well, it's Fit Friday.
Good Friday the 13th.
I've not worked out all month. Don't you say a word.
Wow.
So maybe not all month, but
Yeah.
I give myself a pass in December because I add so many things to my calendar. But next week I'm getting back to it, Miss Fit Woman.
Well, you did take the lap around the outlet mall.
I shopped.
That counts.
Okay, I
Shopping
walked
counts.
shopping. So we're here with our last Fit Friday of the year, and we're going to talk about how to enjoy Christmas, New Year's, and the holiday season because we've been talking about how stressful people begin to feel at the final crunch, right?
Yeah. And we've talked about this before. I'm a last minute kind of gal. I like the hustle and bustle of the holidays to go shopping at the last minute. And usually when I go, there are a lot of stressed out people. I'm there to have fun, but there are a lot of stressed out people.
I think we have to look at what takes our joy away during the holidays because, if you want to be happier and have more fun, you have to answer the questions is what makes me unhappier and keep me from having fun. So we've come up with some just basic things that we think are helpful. And one of those is time.
Yeah. How can we create more time? How can we spend our time better? It's kind of like a savings account when it comes to time. You're either investing or you're spending. So, being careful with what you're doing with it, being attentive to what you're doing with your time.
Yes, and I always say as a life coach that no thank you is a great complete sentence.
Yeah, and I've actually used that since you talked about that before. Like I'm taking that and using it, and I have.
Well, it's really good because why do we think we have to explain ourselves to someone? Can you meet me for lunch today? No, I can't because I have 32 things that keep me from having lunch today. Instead of saying, no, thank you, today doesn't work for me. How about one day next week?
Right.
And I think that sometimes we feel the need to explain ourselves when really that just confuses the other people. So how has that been when you've said no, thank you?
It's been great. I haven't gotten any pushback. I mean, and I've said it just like that. I think there was a dinner, something that had come up, and they were asking me if I wanted to go. I was like, I would love to go, but no thanks. I can't make it this evening. And how about next Friday? That's what I said, and it worked like a charm.
Yeah.
It's like, this is great.
And the truth is, people really don't want to know what you're doing. They may get offended that if they think you're blowing them off, but I mean, it's just the matter of no, thank you. I can't do that. So I think as we think about spending money during Christmas, we do think about how we spend our time. And, I read a quote and posted it this week. It's a really bad idea to pay attention to the wrong people.
And I think the same thing would be true to putting your energy into those people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's so, you think about who do you really want to pay attention to because that's an investment of time. And, the older I get, the smaller that list gets. But I really want that time to be meaningful. I don't want it to be drive-by ATM time. So I think that's important. What do you think about the paying attention to the wrong people? I mean, that sounds so.
Well, I think, and it doesn't just necessarily have to be in your family or acquaintances, must have went out, or, social media, there's a lot of negativity or energy pull on social media. So you have to be attentive to it.
Well, which leads to another thing, people pleasing. We are both like hospitality people. We love for people to want to come to our house. We love to want to cook. We love for people to overeat. Sorry. But we want it to be so good that they overeat. And they're like, oh my gosh, that was so good. I have to have more. But we want people to be happy at Christmas. So, but are there people we can't make happy?
Oh gosh, yeah. And I
Yes.
think recognizing that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing I'm going to do what I can do and what I feel is,
Yeah.
the right thing to do. And
Mhm.
if I can't do anything else to make you happy, then that's going to have to be the end.
Yeah. And there's an old saying, misery loves company. And there's
Mm.
some people that are just not happy people.
Mhm.
And our perkiness is not going to change that or anything like that. So I think pre-deciding,
Yeah.
okay, so and so's coming over. They're typically not in a great mood.
Right.
They typically have something negative to say. Just
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and say, okay, go with it.
Yeah.
I'm not here for you. You're here, and I'm going to let you be you, but I'm not going to let you take me from me.
Right. Right.
Hey, I like that. That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you be
Need a
me,
t-shirt.
but I'm not going to let you take me from me. That's the critical point of everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like what you've said before, not my charge.
It's not my charge.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
not my charge to
I
make
think we
people
need
happy.
t-shirts.
Yes. It is not my charge to make other people happy.
No.
It is my charge to be a great me and to accept what I can do, but equally also accept what I can't do in the presence of others.
Mm-hmm.
And also focusing my attention on the people who are grateful for that. Because
Right.
I
Right.
have people in my life that would just like to take what's next
Yeah. Yeah.
and never say thank you. And I can accept that. I can accept that because I know that's who they are. But it's, I always say that you lose the right to get angry if you're not willing to say that you're angry about something. But there are some people that you just really, you're wasting your time.
Yeah. And some folks like that. I think that there are some folks that kind of get a charge
Yeah,
off of the pushing your buttons,
that's true.
push your buttons and then you react and you've kind of given them more fuel to just kind of churn and it just keeps churning. So
Yeah.
I think knowing that, recognizing your stopping point,
Mhm.
that you can't do anything past that point. It's time to just shut it down.
And
Be done with it.
I say the phrase all the time, better me, better we,
Yeah.
because I can't change another person, but I can change me, which changes another person.
Mhm.
So if I act stronger and less weak or less offended or less angry, then it is less fuel for someone who may
Yeah.
think that's a little cat and mouse game
Yeah.
that I'm not willing to play.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Faux show.
Faux show. What's next?
I think, well, we could hit on giving the gifts, the pressure of giving gifts to family and friends and, whether they're going to like it or not. I think it's a lot of pressure to put on yourself if you're going to give someone a gift and be concerned about, are they going to like it?
Is it
And
enough?
What if they don't? And that's a good point. Yeah.
Is it enough? That's
Yeah.
the thing. I go to someone's house and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all these presents. And then I go to my house and I'm like, oh, where are all the presents? I got to go shopping. I do that. And my husband's like, you don't need to go shopping. And I'm like, but I do.
Yeah.
But, it's the pressure.
Is it enough?
It is enough.
Yeah.
And, the truth is for those kinds of people that you're trying to be enough for, nothing is ever enough.
Right. Right.
It's the grateful people that are like, oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much. And you're like, okay, it's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough for me. So I think that we have to quit trying to over please people
Yeah.
and get what we think is great and then let it be enough.
Yeah. And that goes to the people pleasing.
It does.
We were going to kind of touch on that too.
Yeah.
Doing things for others is a wonderful thing. And if it makes you happy, that's even better.
Yeah.
So I think we were talking about this earlier, Beth and I were, there's a fine line between being a people pleaser and just really enjoying giving or enjoy doing for other people. So, if you're people pleasing, that can be a problem. If it's not making you happy and you're miserable and, that's a problem.
It is. And I think we have to really, this is so important as a coach. This is so important. And I know for myself, you have to pre-decide your attitudes before like you sit down at a table with a bunch of people, or you have a bunch of people over, you have to say, you know what, this is about fun. You know, for me, Christmas is about the birth of Jesus. I want it to be about that. That doesn't mean everyone has to be on, you know, on that. I mean, but, you know, I think people pleasing is, it just makes us losers because we're going to lose that game.
Yeah. And you're going to be sad and you're going to be disappointed. So I think you're setting yourself up for some big disappointment.
But there are some people who love the things you do.
Yes.
So it makes it great because, you know, you have your family over and you're like, we're going to have so much fun. We're going to cook. We're going to eat. We're going to
play some games.
We're going to play games and we're going to do all the things. And those are the places that we really want to invest our time and our people pleasing, because those are the people that are happy.
Yes.
So I think it's that time of the crunch where people start to think, oh my gosh, you know, it's just a short amount of time away. But I think we have to really discipline ourselves to say, I am not going to let Christmas get out of hand. I'm not going to get crazy. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to enjoy my people. I'm going to enjoy my food. I'm going to enjoy my happy hours. I'm going to enjoy all those things and be very protective of that.
Yes. Enjoy it. And then next year is right around the corner. 2025 is, man, wow.
I know. It's hard to believe.
Oh my gosh.
And, you know,
talking about time.
This year has been, you know, a year for me that nothing has really gone according to what I thought it was going to be. And I'm just having to go with the flow. And I think when you get ready to get, you know, 2025 and get in your head what you're going to accomplish, I think you get those goals, but you got to be flexible because you just.
Life happens sometimes.
It does.
Things, you know, throw you curveballs, and sometimes there's speed bumps and sometimes there's speed mountains.
And sometimes I just trip right over my own 2 feet.
But you just get up and, you know, brush it off and keep heading towards whatever your goal is. Yeah.
So the key to this last Fit Friday is, we want to be fit. We want to, you know, take care of our bodies because it can take a short amount of time and you've sabotaged what you've worked for all year. And I don't think we ought to do that. I think we ought to enjoy our food, enjoy our drinks, but not to the point that we have a
moderation,
big catch up in the new year, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because then we're going to beat ourselves up over that. We're going to wish we hadn't.
Then you're going to be, you know, fighting for the treadmill next to the other 250 people.
Only for a week.
On January 2nd. Only for a week.
But I also think it's, you know, if you really want to have fun, you have to choose that ahead of time. You really do have to, you know the people that may cause you a little bit of conflict. It's okay. There are tough people. We're all different. Let people be who they are, but remain who you are regardless of how they act. Better me, better we. Better me is stronger. And better we is better because I am walking in my strength and not letting people walk on me. And I think that's important.
I think that's a great way to wrap it up.
So we're coming from my second home. This is David Vincent's Martial Arts and Fitness. They're so great to have us here. This is where I do MMA. I kick really cool. And I do these bags. And Wanda has a fitness program she's doing right now. So you're going to be helping people after the first of the year get the goals going, right?
Yeah, actually it started today.
Yeah.
So it's a 12-day fitness challenge.
Epic fail already for me.
But it's not too late to sign up.
Can I start next week, maybe?
It's free and it's not easy, but it's quick and effective.
But see, here's the thing you pre-decide. I could beat myself up that I haven't really done a lot of working out so far, but I know I'm going to do this every year. And I'm like, okay, next week, Lord willing, I'm going to get back on, but I'm going to get back on target, but I'm not going to take a guilt trip for it.
Oh gosh, no.
I've enjoyed my shopping and walking and parking far, so I have to take extra steps. That's my workout.
I'll be better next time. It's the festivities and it's the holidays and you know, there has to be some fun in there.
Exactly. We got to make time for fun and we got to have an attitude for fun. So we want everyone to have a great Christmas.
Yes. Happy holidays.
Merry. We want everyone to get ready to have a great New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
We want everybody to be able to enjoy their home, their people, their family, their bodies, their minds.
Mhm.
All of that is so important to being able to be productive
Yeah.
and be happy with who we are.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're going to come back next year. We don't know what date yet because
Ooh.
we barely made it here today.
On a wing and a prayer.
But we did in a wing and a prayer. But we'll be back next year, and we're so grateful for anyone who's watched and joined along with us.
Yes.
We hope our internet was better. We know we've had some technical problems. We have new tools, and they are sitting around here, so we hope they worked better. So we'll keep you posted on that. And let us know if you have any trouble. Until then, happy 2024.
Merry Christmas.
Ho,
Happy
ho,
New
ho.
Year's. Yes.
All the things. Bye, y'all.